Welcome to RMBVP. This is your host, RMB. Today starts a series of topics. I'm going from the First Amendment to the 10th in the Bill of Rights. Today, we're starting with the First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom to peaceably assemble, or to give a redress of grievances. That is the First Amendment. Now, the freedom of religion. Congress shall make no law. Remember this. It shall make no law. Meaning, it cannot promote secularism of any kind, such as atheism, or any other type of humanism against Christianity, Hinduism, or any other religion. Now, and it cannot make a law that goes against any of these religions. Next, because of this, even if you're in government, there's no separation of church and state. There's a separation of laws that cannot be made for or against a certain type of religion. Now, because no laws can be made, you can't make certain religious beliefs illegal, or a certain expression of religion illegal, no matter if the person doing it is in the military, is a judge, is a courthouse, or any entity, from the top of the government to the bottom of the government, local, state, or federal. None of them can have a law that makes it so they can't have the 10 Commandments if they want to. They can't have a Bible if they want to. And there can be no law that prevents them from being able to express or show any religious symbols. Now, next is the freedom of speech, which coincides with the freedom of religion. You can say anything you want. You cannot have a law that keeps you from being able to say anything you want. However, when you're talking about speech, if you're talking about crimes, that's a different topic, because that's not freedom of speech. That is saying that you're going to do something against someone else's freedoms, or you're threatening someone. That is not protected speech, because that is not free speech. That is threatening to harm someone else's rights. Now, because it's supposed to be a threat against someone else's rights, it's acknowledged that these rights, the freedom of speech, must be acknowledged that is about any topic, but is not about committing crimes that will hurt someone else or kill someone else. And when I say hurt, I mean physically, something that'll actually harm them. Now, the freedom to peaceably assemble. The key word is peaceably. These violent protests and stuff are not peaceable. Ones that are going against current political opponents, that they do not like what they're saying, they're trying to silence them. That is not peaceable assembly. That is arrestable. Now, redress of grievances, protests, petitions. These are all valid and legal. But it goes along with peaceably assemble. It has to be peaceable. If there's violence, then it is not valid. Now, freedom of the press. This includes science. If anyone tries to shut anyone else up from saying something that someone does not like, this goes along with any of the other rights. You cannot shut someone else up because they say something or show something or put something out against someone else or against any topic that you don't like. If there's a sting and the people who are prosecuted are the ones that are involved in making the sting, that is unconstitutional because that is freedom of the press. Regardless of any permits here or there, they were doing judicial work. Well, not judicial, journalistic work. The word I was looking for was journalistic. Now, this means that is press, that is freedom of the press, and they cannot be prosecuted for uncovering someone else's crime. So what have we not covered? Religion, speech, assembly, press, and petition for redress of grievances. That is what we have covered. That is the First Amendment. Anyone who is against the First Amendment or any of the amendments in the Bill of Rights must note that they are against the Founding Fathers who created them. And that is very well acknowledgeable against the freedoms of America and what we have. This is RMB signing out.